Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I want to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're just going to do a quick unboxing and a quick look at the Vortex Diamondback Tactical rifle scope. This is a 4-12 power by 40mm reticle scope. All right, it does feature the Bmr Reticle, and I just want to talk about some of the basic features of the scope. Now, this scope, I did not purchase it. It was not given to me. This actually belongs to a buddy who's going to be mounting it on his rifle, and we're going to be taking it out to the range, and we're going to do some range testing on it. And today I just want to talk about what you get in the package, how much you paid for it, everything you get with it, the basic specifications, and so on. Great thing about these Vortex scopes is, as they've been out for a few years, as time goes on, you can really pick up some great deals on these. And my buddy bought this one brand new off eBay for $250 delivered, which is a great deal. It also included a few accessories, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. He told me that Sportsman's Warehouse also has this scope for sale, and it was the same price. The difference is if you ordered it from Sportsman's Warehouse, he was going to have to pay sales tax, whereas with eBay, he did not have to. So, real quick, let's just go through the features. What can you expect when you purchase this? What's included in the box? So, the scope itself, the tube size is 1 inch. The length is 14.2 inches. The weight is 16.2 ounces. You get 3.9 inches of eye relief, which is pretty good. Field of view is 23.6 to 7.9 feet at 100 yards. Adjustment graduation is 1/4 inch MOA or 1/4 MOA. Travel per rotation 12 MOA. Total windage travel is 70 MOA. Total elevation travel is also 70 MOA. Includes lens covers and a microfiber lens cloth, accessories included. And then he got a few things with it also. And this is your Bmr Reticle. This is what it looks like. It is a second focal plane scope. I'm not sure if we'll be able to focus in on that or not, but I might do a little digital picture of what the reticle looks like. So you've got your MOA markings on it. And the reason why he went with this, he was also looking at the Vortex Diamondback scope that I showed off in my video a while ago. He likes this one because it does have the easy to adjust turrets, and he's going to be shooting a variety of game at various distances and would like to be able to easily adjust for a minute of angle. And so that's why he decided to go ahead and pick up this scope. And real quick about those accessories that were included with it. Included for free, he did get a Vortex ball cap, and then also this SureFit cover. I don't have the ball cap with me, I apologize, but I think these are around $15 to $20. This is the large size, and you can get them in 4 different sizes depending on the size of the scope that you're going to be running. But this is nice. It gives you some all-weather protection. You can easily take it off, put it back on, not have to fiddle with lens covers. You can just shove this in your pocket and call it good. So, the scope itself, he did open it up initially to make sure that everything was okay, because otherwise sometimes it's a bit of a pain to return things from eBay. So we'll go ahead and just get this opened up here. It does feature the lifetime guarantee from Vortex. It is a VIP warranty, which means that regardless of the owner, regardless what happens to it, if you contact it and send it back to them, they will replace the scope for you at no charge. And I've heard some horror stories about scopes that people have sent into, like the scopes were in really bad shape, but Vortex did work with them and got them replacements. Okay, now, this doesn't have rings or a mount that comes with it, and I'm not sure exactly what kind of a mount system he's going to put this on. I believe that he bought a Remington 700 in 308 or 30-06. I'm not sure exactly, but we will be range testing it this summer. He's never actually shot out of my range, so he's pretty excited to try and really stretch out the legs on that 308 or 30-06 and see how it goes. So it also, okay, so here's your, also gets your covers for the lenses, okay, which is kind of nice. I'll take those off of there. Now, something that's important to consider if you're going to be getting into optics or you're just getting into shooting, consider getting a inch-pound screwdriver. They're about 50 bucks, and there's probably some cheaper options out there, but you want to be careful how tight you get those rings around the barrel. You don't want to crush the barrel when you're tightening up those rings when you put your mount in, depending on the kind of mount you're going with. And this does have a limit of 18 inch-pounds. And so when I mounted the Vortex scope to my Mossberg Patriot rifle, I was very careful with it not to exceed those 18 pounds, and I borrowed his inch-pound screwdriver from him. So, design, very nice. The coating, I'm assuming it's an anodized coating with it. You do have your power adjustment. These numbers are kind of small, the 4 to 12. I'm not sure if people really pay attention to this setting or if they just turn it to the point that they're happy, but numbers are a little bit small. I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger. Got a nice positive resistance on that. Doesn't feel loosey-goosey at all. You've got your, I think it's diopter adjustment right here to sharpen up if you need to, or to blur up, depending on how it looks when you're looking through the scope, which is really nice. The turrets are excellent for windage and elevation. It tells you right on if you want to go to the right, turn it this way. If you want to go up, turn it this way. Obviously, you go the opposite direction to go the opposite direction. My Vortex scope that I have has got the parallax adjustment on the side for length. And so for this one, you know, you're not going to have that, but you have this awesome access to your MOA adjustment. So once you get the rifle sighted in and you know exactly, you know, what it needs to be set at or what kind of adjustments you need to make, it makes it very easy for you to set. Another thing about this too is you can just simply turn it. Do make a nice click. This is a nice knurled surface, very aggressive, easy to actuate. I'm sure this would be a piece of cake with gloves on because you can just feel how aggressive the texture is on here. Makes it real easy for you to get it back to zero. So basically you get it where you want it, and then you're able to pull up on the knob and reset your zero. You don't have to mess with any kind of a screw up on the top, which is really nice. I like that kind of ability. Makes it real simple for you to set it exactly how you want it. The only real problem with it, and he read about this online, is these are off about a half of a mark, okay? So I don't know if this is something you'd want to send back on or not, but it's a common problem on these scopes. Like you can get it so you think that it's zeroed, but it's just off just like 1/8 of an inch, and that might annoy some people. But this is something that's typical to this design. But if you just make a mental note of it when you go out in the field, you've essentially got your zero set. You can then make your MOA adjustments, and that's that. So that is one con about this scope that people sometimes run into. Again, doesn't feel very lightweight, but it does feel sturdily built. Okay, it's not bad. So what we're gonna do is just take this out back. I'm just gonna set this on the toolbox. We'll run the camera through the back of it and just take a look at that reticle and the clarity, kind of give you a basic idea about what you can expect if you are to pick one of these scopes up. So it's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and take this out back. So just to kind of show you real quick, this is through my camera. This is where we're going to be looking at, just the back of the house, down the alley from where I live. And we'll go ahead and put the camera behind the scope here and just kind of give you an idea what the optical quality looks like. Okay, so the back of the house that you see here is about 80 yards away. The optical clarity is fantastic. Mil dots are a little bit thin, crosshairs are a little bit thin, but again, not sure exactly how it's coming through the camera. Hopefully it looks okay, but this is not bad. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and zoom into 12 power and see how that looks. Okay, so when we kick it up to 12 power, it's right up towards the roof of the house, and you can really get up on those trees. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the optical clarity is great on this right now. Granted, we're not testing in any kind of low light conditions. If you see any kind of funky glare or colors coming off the lens, it's because the sun is behind me right now and it's kind of setting. So we're not exactly low light situation, but it does bring in plenty of light. You know, the question is, you know, how well does it hold zero? Does it hold zero? How decent are the knobs in making the adjustments they're supposed to make? These are all things that we will definitely show off in a range test of this scope in the near future. We're just going to let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll take the scope out once it gets properly mounted, and we will go from there. All right, so let's bring it back for a few final thoughts. Okay, so the big question is, should you buy the scope? The only problem with the scope is the price point, $250. That puts you within range of several really good Nikon scopes, Leopold scopes, Leupold, right? Primary arms. It really puts you in an arena where there's a lot of competition out there. If you do research on the scope, there's not a lot of complaints about it. Just the numbers being off a little tiny bit is the only complaint. But in terms of performance, optical clarity, light gathering, you don't see a lot of complaints online about it. Now, don't base everything just off, you know, online reviews. Definitely watch some videos on it, do some research, look into it and see if it's going to have the features that you want for the firearm you're going to run it on. What I can tell you is, for some of you that think that $250 is a lot of money for a scope, you do get premium build construction, you do get the lifetime warranty, you do get better glass than what you're going to find on the lower end. To me, that's a big deal, especially as I get older and my eyes start to go a little bit. I really do appreciate just sharper glass and something that gathers more light. I mean, it's definitely worth the investment in the long run, especially if you're planning on keeping the scope for a while. I think it's money well spent. And again, I didn't even buy the scope. So do consider it. You know, our range test will be coming out on this in probably a month or two. If you don't want to wait on it, do your own research, see what you think, maybe pick one up. $250, you know, it's not bad considering what they were when they were selling at their original retail price or close to their retail price. So anyway, that's my take on it, guys. So that's the Vortex 4-12 by 40 power scope, the Tactical Diamondback. Make sure that you do check it out. Guys, it does have a lot to offer you. But anyway, that's it. So if you like what you see, please like or subscribe, and you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also find me on gunchannels.com, as well as Gunstreamer and YouTube, Facebook, all those other fun places, Twitter. Otherwise, guys, that's it. A lot more range tests coming your way this spring, so please like or subscribe. Guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.